Welcome to A Guide to Braefoot with Muddy Mongoose channel, a beginner's guide to mountain biking. If you like the channel, please give us a like. Why not subscribe? Well, here's Braefoot. This is the trails. This is my local. The next trail I'm going to talk about is the Lonies Wedge run that you'll see in Trail Forks. There's basically two ways to get down to the Lonies Wedge, which is basically a big wedge-shaped jump right near the bottom of the hill that goes onto a steep chute. One route, the official route, I can't do at all because it's got gap jumps on it and a part where you have to jump over a log. Or there's the other way, the way I go, which I call Rocket to the Wedge. And it starts off with a drop over a rock, which has got a big root over it. Then it goes down to a rock drop, around a series of berms, and that takes you back onto the same line, down to the Lonies Wedge. There is another gap jump halfway down, but you can go around it. So it's quite good because, as I've said, most of the trails at Braefoot, there are obstacles on them, but you can go around them. But the trail that I'm going to show you now, the official Lonies Wedge run, you can't actually go around this, so it's off limits to me really, but I'll show you. I'll run down to it, I'll get off my bike, show you the bits that I can't do, and then get back on again. So this is the main fire road that comes from the entrance to Braefoot, and if you follow this up, you've got this track here that winds you right up to the top of the hill where the defence building is. So if you see, that's the defence building where, as I said, most of the trails start from. So you could start right from the top there if you wanted, come down that same rocky slab that M1 goes down. Instead of going down that way to the M1 line, you'd cut this way, come down here. And I think most people start on this sort of next ridge along. And I'll show you the Lonies Wedge run, official. So as I said, this is the official Lonies Wedge run, the one that I can't do. Whoa, slippy. And that's my first problem. There's a gap jump. It's not a big one, probably about 6 foot. So I'm just going to go around it. So I've landed on this side, and then it continues around these nice berms, but they are a bit slippy today. And a weird step down thing. Very slippy berms. And then you have got a choice. There's this huge jump here. So as you can see on this line, there's also this big massive jump. Big huge pile of logs. Or you can go around it, little step down thing, little kicker jump sort of thing. This is definitely for experts. You see it's a lot taller than my bike. And it's kind of no real landing for it either, so I don't know if anybody ever actually goes off this. Doesn't really look like it. You can go around to the left here, this little kicker jump thing. It's basically a log, a little upward curve. And that takes you around this corner to the next problem I can't do. Another gap jump that leaps over a log. I can't do anything like that. You'll be able to hop over that. And then this takes you to the fork in the trail where the trail that I do comes down and joins the Lonies Wedge run. As I say, this is the official part of the run that appears on Trail Forks. Well, top half, and it takes you down to the wedge. There's a wee kicker there. You can kick off and land on the other side if you're good at jumping. That's in that sweeping berm, round to the gap jump. So as I said, you come out of this berm and you come to here. Now, if you're like me, I just go round and then down this berm. But this is a big, decent sized gap jump. It's maybe about 20 feet. So between 15 and 20 feet anyway. And yeah, you don't want to be coming short or you're really going to get hurt. So only do this one if you can actually jump and are confident about clearing it, I would say, because otherwise you're going to come a cropper. And that takes you in the sweep berm to the wedge itself. So this is right at the bottom of the hill here, right next to the shoreline. And here, there's a very steep chute, and that's the bottom of the Lonies Wedge run. And I'll show you the actual Lonies Wedge, which is basically a jump that lands onto this hill. The Lonies Wedge run, the Lonies Wedge itself. So if you're good, you can jump it. I'm just going to roll it down the hill. Jump so you get an idea of the size of it. You see, it's about the same height as my bike, so it's pretty. And mine, I've got an extra large bike, so it's quite a decent sized jump. And then obviously, the hill was going away from you. So by the time you jump off and land, it's quite a big height you'd be going at. So this is the other part of the Lonies Wedge run. This is the Lonies Wedge run that I do. So it starts from this ridge here. So there's a rock drop just there, which I'll show you in a second. Comes around the berm, goes over here, and I'll show you me going down it in a minute. The other entrance is just a wee bit further up the road, only about, I don't know, 50 metres or something, and then you cut up to the left if you want to go down that one, or you can head up this path and you'll find it. So this is a tricky feature on this Lonies Wedge run that I do, this rock drop. This is why, like many of the trails, this is either red or black, this little feature here. You can build quite a lot of speed. The key to this one, don't touch your brakes, so let go of your brakes, and you carry over nice, as long as you're in that tack position. But it can be quite slippy on this down ramp, and there's little roots that can push out, so just be careful. And it takes you on this nice berm route down into the Lonies Wedge run. So this is the first feature you come to on the way I go. It's this rock drop with this big root over the top. It's probably about the same height as the other rock drop, but the difference is it's a smooth run out, so you can actually easily just roll it as long as you're keeping your pedals level. The other rock drop, there's a bit of a gap from where you come off to where you land, so it is trickier. As I always say, be careful. So this is the start of the Lonies Wedge run that I do. And you see just across there, that's the defence building with the big cliff bit. Just at the side of that defence building is a technical little descent line, which I've done on a video called Tricky Technical Descents. I'll put a link in the description about that, or a card somewhere. But this is the way we're going down here. Speed coming into the attack position. Forward, oh, a bit squint there. Did it? It was always a wee bit nerve-wracking for me doing that bit. Just going to go right with a big muddy puddle. Kick up. Berm. That's that gap jump. Going round it though. And then the Lonies Wedge run. The Lonies Wedge itself. So if you're good, you can jump it. I'm just going to roll it down the hill. So that's the Lonies Wedge that I do. That top section with the rock drop, I always find that it does get my nerves going, but I love it. It's definitely one that you have to, if you're a total beginner, work up to doing stuff like that. I had to work up to do stuff like that. If you're an early shredder will be nothing to you at all. Although I still feel I am a beginner, I have advanced a little bit, so I wouldn't say I'm fully confident about doing that, but it doesn't totally freak me out anymore. So just off the Lonies Wedge run that I do, once you come across the road, come around a couple of berms, and you can go down this way. Takes you right down to the wedge itself. But if you're good at doing drops and jumps, you can actually just come off the trail here, cut across here, and there's a road gap. Smaller of the road gaps, still pretty decent sized road gap though. There's obviously the really big one next to the big jump line. See this one launches. Yeah, it's pretty big as well. From takeoff to landing, that's a long way. Could probably roll down that, but I'm not going to. Smoothly. So that was the Lonies Wedge Trail and Rocket to the Wedge. The official Lonies Wedge Trail will thrill and entertain the advanced rider, while the Rocket to the Wedge will test the intermediate rider's skills. Why not check them out? They're great fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.